Now we're going to talk about sleep environments and how to support healthy sleep hygiene across our environments. The sleep environment is comprised of so many things, but some of the things that we're going to mention today are including lighting, noise, temperature, air quality, the comfort of the bedding and personal items, the room organization, the sense of safety, and electronics in the space, and how all of these factors can impact sleep environment. So when we think about creating a sleep-friendly bedroom, we're thinking about things like lighting, noise, and temperature and how these play a huge role. So light directly influences our body's internal clock or circadian rhythm. Exposure to bright light or blue light screens before bed can suppress melatonin, which is the hormone that tells our bodies it's time to sleep. So using like dim, warm colored lighting, things like amber lighting in the evening or a really small night light can help children feel safe without disrupting their sleep. Blackout curtains are another useful tool that can help keep the room dark and conducive to rest. Noise is another factor. So external sounds like traffic, pets, TVs, or even internal noises such as like thinking and over processing. And then other things such as ticking clocks or creaky floorboards can wake a light sleeper. So using white noise machine or a fan can help mask these distractions and keep an environment more consistent and a peaceful sleep environment. And finally, temperature. Temperature really matters. So the room that is too hot or too cold can make it harder to fall asleep. So as Lauren mentioned earlier, keeping it between 60 or 67 degrees is ideal. Small adjustments in lighting, sound, and temperature can make a big difference in helping children feel comfortable, safe, and ready for a restful sleep. So to support sleep quality, keep the room dark with warm, dim lighting and in the evening and quiet or use the fan or white noise machine as mentioned. And then maintaining that temperature as we previously discussed. Using a air purifier or a humidifier can also be helpful depending on your child. Choose a comfortable mattress with a hypoallergenic bedding as best as you can, and include a personal item for security. Keep the room clean, clutter-free, and display any non-disruptive toys if that makes your child feel safe. These simple changes can really greatly enhance a restful and secure sense in the child's environment. So in this table here, it's just discussing the number of factors and talking about how that can be in a home environment as well as external environment. So just trying to think about the complexity about sleep factors. And although a child's sleep can be greatly affected by their environment, sleep isn't just about what they do, it's about where they sleep. For example, a child might sleep really well at home, but then struggle at grandparents' house due to differences in routines, noise levels, light, or screen time habits. Kids thrive on predictable routines and familiar surroundings. So when things change, such as different caregivers, beds, or bedtime practices, it can disrupt their ability to settle and stay asleep. Emotional safety is also key. So if a child feels anxious or unsure about a new environment, sleep disruptions are more than likely. The good news is that once we recognize these factors, we can make those small adjustments and coordinate with the caregivers to ensure that there's consistency and sending along a favorite item or a sound machine that can help. While we can't make every environment identical, understanding how changes affect a child allows us the opportunity to support their sleep in different settings. External environments often introduce more uncontrollable factors. So focusing on what we can control, like routine, consistency, and sensory supports can make a huge difference. And additionally, a child's perception of these factors, such as anxiety from school or home stress, really also plays a significant role. So it's important to be mindful of that. So the environment is different. Now what? When kids have sleep challenges, it's important to consider that it's not just the child, but also their sleep environment. Sleep is closely tied to routine, surroundings, and how safe or comfortable they feel. Sleeping in different places like home, daycare, grandparents' house can make a really big difference. So start by asking things like, what's the same? What's different? Consider the bedtime routines, lighting, noise levels, screen use, or how caregivers handle bedtime. Maybe talk to the other caregiver about what they typically do and what they find works for them. These details can really have a huge impact. So if sleep is better or worse in a certain place, reflect on those differences, not to blame, but to understand. Try to replicate familiar cues across environments and bring a comfort item, bring that white noise machine, or stick to that similar routine as best as you can. It's okay to adjust expectations temporarily. A child may not sleep well in an unfamiliar place, and that's normal. The key is to keep communication open between caregivers so everyone is feeling aligned. The goal is to help kids feel safe, secure, and supported no matter where they sleep, starting with an understanding of their environment and not focusing just on their behavior.